Hey guys, so I'm finally gonna do a little update video. I've really put this video off for a long time, just because this is gonna be such a difficult subject to even talk about. I just don't even want to talk about it. So I think since the last time we spoke, things have kind of gone downhill as far as the girls' custody, that sort of thing. The point where we're at is that we went through trial, we went through everything like that. I may have talked about it in the last video, but Paige and I actually split up, so he's back in Seattle. And that happened close to before trial. So then it was also now financial coming into play in a lot of it. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about things, but court ended up with, I did get granted half custody, joint, 50-50, equal parenting time. Currently, I'm supposed to have them for every 4 days. So I would get them and have them for 4 days, and then he would get them and have them. But so far, that hasn't even started or never got started. There had been some things that happened between me and his girlfriend, and some things that, again, man, I can't agree with it. And my problem is that I really, I need to be careful of my anger and how it affects the situation. I felt like even on the 2 week rotation that the girls were stressed out. Willow had started pulling out her hair. If you followed my girls page, you saw the videos of things that had been said by Scarlett. I really felt like it was stressful on all of us. And so after I got half custody, I needed to move. And of course, Michael and we always fight about everything. And I never trust that I can talk to him and say, hey, I need to start thinking about moving. I don't know how it's going to affect the girls. I don't know where I'm going to be moving to, but I can no longer afford the place where me and Paige had lived. And so, and we can't communicate. I had asked for, documentation of going to the doctors or the dentist, or, if I could have the number to the daycare. This is all right after court, everything like that. And I had tried to say, here's, some things, is that now we're on a level playing field, and I need for you to stop a few things, and because I feel that it's no longer, this really has shown throughout this whole process that I was right the entire time, that I should have half custody and be able to make choices for my children accordingly. And even a judge has now said that. She said it, that I should be able to have access to everything regarding my daughters and regarding their care and things like that. And he has just been unwilling. And so I haven't gotten to see the girls now since April. And it has not been easy for me. It really is not. It's been extremely exhausting that, again, we went through and spent thousands of dollars just to come out and nothing is solved. Just to come out and have the same shit start going down. And it's like, I've even tried to say, okay, let's get on visitation then, and whatever else. And our lawyers really aren't talking to either of us. It's just really a big mess. And the easiest way around this would just be for two parents to fucking get along and just sit down and say, you know what, this is fucking whatever the fucking, fuck the courts for a goddamn second, and fucking come together and say, we created these kids and we have a right to both of them as their moms and dads. If neither one of us are doing anything wrong, I rarely even drink now. I'll have maybe a beer when I go out, not every day, maybe twice a week. you know. I sit at home. I have a nice 2 bedroom apartment. As you can see, it's nice, there's nothing bad here. I have my bed, got my chips, it's like I'm really, you know, I, I paid off my car. My apartment is cheap enough that I can pay for all of it. We have, I mean, the apartment that I live in, it's beautiful here. It's gorgeous here. It's got a playground. I'm watching right now. I'm watching the setting sun go down in my bedroom, and it is absolutely stunning. It is absolutely beautiful, and there's a playground out there for kids, and it's like there is nothing more heartbreaking than I wonder how my daughters feel about this. That the three of us can't get along, and that toes are getting stepped on, and that people can't understand that this is already kind of a shitty situation. No matter the way you cook it down, this is already fucked up. And of course, I don't know, it's like this whole situation has really broken a part of me, and especially for the fact now that we've been through court. There's no more going back to court. We've had 2 orders, and now it's like, for me, yeah, I have, I could go and I could start this whole process over. And I could go out to Idaho, and every 2 weeks I could call the fucking cops, and I could fucking, you know, but it's like, it's not worth it. In my opinion, if somebody is going to fight me this hard, which I'm out of money to keep doing this, to go through court battles. I didn't have money in the first place. That's why I was my own lawyer for so long, is that I'm not made of money, nor do my, family have means to support me. I'm 26 years old, for God's sakes. I pay my own bills, and I don't have the money to go back to court. And I really have lost faith kind of in Idaho's whole judicial system over this, because in my mind, if there's a court order and a parent keeps a child from a parent who has valid documentation of everything, that other parent should be jailed and the kids given to the reasonable parent. End of story. Then you go to court and they look at everything. Now, if they acted in error, then they need to figure it out. But the thing is that nothing was acted out of error. This has all just been a big fight from the beginning. Just a big ass fight. And I just wonder what my kids think. Because all those times that every single pickup was hell on them, because they begged to stay with me and told me some things that really, really were not okay. And some toes were stepped on. But it's like, I don't understand how trying to separate children from mothers is going to give them any more chance at a good life. Because the fact is when you separate children from parents like that, there will be there will be hardships for that child, and it can be cut down simply by having access to both parents, that both parents get the fuck along and don't drag them through court battles, that they can be like, you know what, we don't solve things by going to court. We solve things by being communicating parents, and we solve things by discussing the best needs for our children and thinking of their interests first, not thinking of selfish interests, because it's been proven time and time again, by the actions of the other party, that this is not about the kids. This is about spite. And the fact is that the only person that really is going to have a hard life from this is those girls, because you are giving them, as an adult, I can get over this. I can move on and I can start to mend, because I've grown up with tools to be able to do that as a, person. But you are starting these girls off to have a harder life than if they had access to both parents, and if the parents could just get along. It's just been proven. I know that some will disagree with me and say it was best for my parents to get divorced and for me to just live with my mom. I agree with that. But in normal cases, it's good for the kids to have access to both parents, to know where they came from, to know that they're loved and supported, because your parents, no matter what, create such an impact on your life. And if I feel like if the other party in this situation could just understand that I understand you're mad or whatever, like, don't like me, that's fine, but the girls, they love me. They love their mother, and you will never be able to replace me, and you will never be able to take those moments when my kids were newborn and when I was fucking happy. And you will never be able to take the memories that I have of getting married and of having a intact family. And those girls will know about that. And no matter what way you dice it, you two fucked that up, and the least you could do is give them the opportunity to have both parents in their life. I did this video like this, and I did it just raw. I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not done up. My hair is just my normal hair because I really wanted to show my true emotions on this and how really honestly taxing it is every day.